Okay. The class is on recording, or the meeting is on recording, or class. As we know, this is a Scrum planning meeting, and we need to plan for our sprint, and let's say we're going to going to be a two-way sprint. There's all of us here knows what sprint is all about, and all of us, so there is no need of explaining what is, or we know what is a sprint. We know if we are using two ways or one month, this is going to be two-way sprint. So if at this point and you don't know what is Scrum planning, well, it's not any of our fault here, because we assume that everybody knows what Scrum planning is, and we are going to use Lagos State Jira dev environment for this project. So let's see how it goes. I'll start sharing my screen. If you have any question before I share my screen, you can let me know, but I'm moving forward and I'll be fast as well. So yeah, Karim, what you are here. So it's good you are here, because I saw you there. Okay, this is our Jira dev environment. So we are looking at this from the timeline here. So this is what we used to call Epic before. So it's now called timeline. So this is what we have here from your product backlog. And I have my own product backlog as well. So my own product backlog, have this, have account receivable, account payable, and so sorry guys. No problem. So sorry, this is my own product backlog, and let's see what you guys got here. We have general ledger, and so Okay, let's go to backlog and see what you guys have done. So this is not, to the best of my knowledge, this is not a user story. This is not a PBI. General ledger is, because it's here, we see under general ledger here, this is general ledger, is too big to be called a user story. You know, have a chart of accounts under general ledger. Under general ledger, we'll have closing period as well. Then account receivable, you'll have customer invoicing, and we'll have a vendor. So if we are going to, it's a bit big to be consumed as a user story. So, but I am not working alone because you guys are here. So the BAs, because here I'm here as a developer, so I want the BA who did this, who moved this to give us an explanation how we plan to do this. What are the acceptance criteria here? I want to see the acceptance criteria for this, because if we are saying that this is user story, there should be an acceptance criteria. So the Lagos people, I hope you guys are here to help us understand this. Karimot, you are here. I saw your name in this. Yeah. So Karimot, you are the one who did this job. So can you talk to us? Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. We need explanation.
Yeah, actually, what we also meant by the general ledger configuration is the chart of accounts, because we know that the general ledger is basically made up of all the chart of accounts from both expenses, income, the liability, the asset, and everything. So that's why we just grouped everything under general ledger configuration.
Okay, where is the acceptance criteria, and where is the description of this general ledger configuration? At least there's a basic description that will help us to understand, like as a user, I want to do this so that I can achieve this.
Whereas for the
And then
description,
after that, that should come as a description. And after then, there should be an acceptance criteria to help us validate or test this. Because if you come to this place, you look at my own work here, you can see that under general ledger, yes, chart of accounts. As an accountant, I want to create and manage a chart of accounts. So that is the user story. So that's why I was saying that this is too big. General ledger is too big to be consumed. We can say chart of accounts, which we say as an accountant, I want to create and manage a general ledger. Still good, but I want to see acceptance criteria, which will help us. If you look down here, I have test cases, which is assigned to every user story or PBI, which should be that at the end of the configuration, it should be tested. So I want, where are all the water works you've done?
We sent them to you, sir. Mr.
Send
Ikechukwu
it to,
sent
am I
them
the
to
one
you.
that is going to, am I the business analyst to do it? He said he send it to me to do what?
Okay, sir.
Am
For
I the
the
one that's
general
going
ledger.
to, I've shown you guys how to do this. So it's not my duty to move it here and describe it. It's your duty as a business analyst to do this, move the item here, create the user story, describe the user stories, create the story point. What I'm here to do as a developer is to help to evaluate the story point and agree or disagree with the story point and do the configuration. Not me is coming here to, what are you then doing as a business analyst in this project or in this Scrum? So that is my question. Uzamaka, you are raising your hand. If you got anything to say, Uzamaka and Ikechukwu, I can see both of your hands are up.
Yes, sir. I want to clarify the user story and the acceptance criteria we used for the general ledger configuration. So we said that under that general ledger configuration, we said that as an accountant, I want to be able to set up chart of accounts and journal templates. That is the user story. Then on the acceptance criteria, we said that the chart of accounts is created. Accounts are defined with proper codes, names, and types. Account hierarchy is established.
I'm not doubting that. The point I'm saying that I can't find it here. Am I the one that is going to write it? Is it my duty to, as a developer, because I'm not here as a product owner, and I'm not here as a Scrum Master. I'm not here as what they call it, project sponsor. I'm here as a developer to configure this software to make it work, and I need a detailed information in this JIRA to help me do this job, and I can't find anything here. Everything here is blank. There's no user story, there is nothing here. So it's not acceptable. The work is not complete.
We are sorry, sir. We misunderstood your instruction. We thought you said we should move the
Yeah, you move it. When you move it to, okay, let me give you an example now. I want to use my own work as a demo, here. When I ask you to move this work to this particular work, move product backlog to Jira environment, what are you moving? This is product backlog is not only, let's say, okay, chart of account or general ledger, which is the epic here, or here the feature or the user. If you are moving everything contained in this document is the product backlog, not only chart of accounts. If I'm moving this particular work to Jira, I will move, okay, if I agree that charts of this general ledger here is now the user story, as you people have agreed. Okay. Then where is the acceptance criteria? Then this should be, we've agreed that this is a user story. Okay. Then where is the story point? This is when, if you watch my video, I moved everything. In my class, I move everything? Is it only one item that I moved? I moved everything.
Sorry, sir, we've not been able to see your video.
Were you not in the class? Were you guys? Well, even if I did, you didn't see, you didn't. Nobody in the Lagos State. Do you mean that we don't have anybody in the Lagos State when we handled Scrum planning during the training?
I can't remember when we handled it.
Because I'm sure the video should be there.
I can't remember when we handled it, sir. And there is nobody in our team that.
Okay, Karemo, did you see the video? Were you in the class or not?
I was in a class, sir.
Okay, so don't say for yourself, maybe you missed the class. Karemot, the day we did it, did I move everything or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I expect you guys to go and
Actually, we tried going back to, the last time I raised it with you that the videos have not been uploaded. Before we did this, we tried going back to both the YouTube and our video courses
but
to watch the video again, like a refresher.
even if the videos are not there, well, I know the videos are there, but even if the videos are not there, you are in the class and you have, so do you mean that in your product backlog, because I shared a copy of this product backlog as a template, didn't I?
You did.
So,
Yes, sir. You did.
if you have a copy of this product backlog as a template, it's very easy. We are not automated here. We are professionals, and you guys are big boys. All of us are graduates. Even some of us are here have a PhD. So this is not a big. It shouldn't be a situation whereby you look at video, you do this. All you need is be in a class and understand it. And if you understand it, it's simple. From what I've seen, you are not struggling in that Jira environment. You are very comfortable there. From what I see, what you did a good job. But so you are not like, from what the environment I saw doesn't look naive, but you didn't move all the information. That's what I'm saying. Because you can't claim that you don't know to navigate this. So that is the point I'm making. So we need a thorough this. Okay, let me do some more work here. Now even from your end, as we are talking, you can even be doing some work from your end, can be moving them from your end, because all of you guys have access to this. Okay. This is this is done. So like you see this chart of account, this general ledger, if you're talking about general ledger covers this so as well. It should be general ledger period closing. So I hope you guys are understanding what I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is what we call refinement. Okay. So this general ledger product backlog items is now fully refined. So let's look at other items. We are going to move um, into our work environment. So let's into our sprint. This is account receivable, and this is account receivable. So under this account receivable, this customer invoicing, and you guys call it customer management. So yeah, I call it invoicing. Hmm. And this is the acceptance criteria. Okay. So this one is sorted. Yeah. Customer management. So this billing and invoicing under, I think, is a repetition of this. So I'm not going to, people might delete, but these two PBIs are customer management, invoicing, billing and invoicing, all the same thing. So I'll go for this one. So I suggest this one be removed because it's a conflation, is a repetition of product backlog item. So, and cash collection, all these things is part of customer management, which is captured here. So I will go to account payable. Well, these are the items I'm going to move to sprint. So vendor management, I have vendor management here. So vendor management comprises of this invoicing and payment. So all this should be consolidated as one PBI. It's three here, but let's have it as one PBI. It's a vendor invoice and payment. So vendor invoice and payment. So this is one PBI. And the story point is here. I don't have issue with the story point. So what again, and there is cash bank. Let's just do this bank management, and then we can move items to bank management. So And financial reporting is the financial reporting. Yeah, I think we can stop from here, and we cannot. This is just for the work we can do within this sprint. If you look at what I've got here, now, for these fixed assets, fixed taxation, this and that, they can wait for another time, another sprint. But in this sprint, let's capture this. This is what we've refined. General ledger, account receivable and payable, cash management and financial reporting. And they all here user stories. User stories, they're all. So, and yeah. And there's something we are missing, which I was hoping to see if we but let me. Okay, and it's going to be D D365. Oh,
Wasn't just the understand what I was trying to remove my Twitter. I was saying give that to me, but I was trying to say
oh, we need to procure this. So D365 procurement, procurement. This is tax. So we need to get the license before we can start the we need to get the license before we can start the configuration. True or false?
True, sir.
So that is the number one thing we need to do. So we've written, so that's why when I said that product backlog is not only user stories, it can be over time. When we start configuring this, we are going to be noticing some bugs. We need to capture those bugs because it's still work. We need to do some work in order to fix those bugs. When we are capturing those bugs, we're going to call it bugs as well. So, and this one I can say if it's 7, and priority is very high because without this we can't even start. So we have to go over here, have to come back here and add another item. Let's just add it here, the procurement here, and so it's not a user story, so we need to change it here as and all these things you guys did here is you guys captured all these as all of them as tags. They are not tags. They are all user stories. So we need to fix that as well. So we give it a story point. I said 27. That's what we said. And so This is tax. So that's what I'm trying to change here. So this one is user story. So this is user story. You can some updating all these things. You guys created all these as tasks. They are not tasks, they are user stories. So you need to the developer need to know what he's working on. You can't create a task as a user story. The user story is a code, because you see this one, procurement of Dynamics 365, that is getting the license, is not a code. I don't need to do any configuration or any code in here. So this is actually a task. So that is why you have to be specific. So this one, this general ledger is not a task, it's a user story. And we need to capture it as a user story. And yes, so this sorted. Okay, these two as well. This is user story. This one is user story as well, not a tax like you guys created. And this is user story as well. It's user story again. So we're getting there. Our refinement is taking shape. Close this one. Close this one too. All these are, they're all user stories.
Okay.
So you guys need to delete some of all these things, because they will agree that you are going to consolidate it into one, but they're all user story, none of them is task. And again, user story, and then close it, and that's it. This account payable, the same thing. User story, okay, then it's only financial reporting, which is still user story. So, and that's it. And I think we're done. We've done with our refining the product backlog. It makes more meaning when a developer sees this, the developer should be able to know what to do. So now we've been able to refine our product backlog. At least we can't finish everything. Product backlog refinement is a continuous process. So we just have to refine the items we plan to use tonight for this sprint planning, and we have to go to the so we can move items to sprint. You can see this is the sprint environment. It's vacant, nothing is happening, so we need to move items to sprint as quickly as possible. And so move this item here. Is drag and drop. Yeah. Move this one too. So then vendor management. We go here. Okay, then financial reporting. This financial reporting don't want to be configured. Yeah, so this is, we've moved them, all the items we need to work on, and Okay, this is our sprint. Our sprint is getting ready, and this is we have its one story point here. This is what we plan to. What is it here? This is what we plan to work on in this sprint. So, and I have to be fast because of time. You know, because the plan here is to, when I come here, I'll just move item to the sprint and we'll talk about the sprint, but we'll have to start refining because there is no, the work is not refined, so it's taking us longer than expected. So this sprint has to start now. I've arranged this in the order of importance. So there's a prioritization. So if you look at here, I have to start the sprint here. We agree that it's going to be 2-week sprint. And please, as we agreed on 2-week sprint, this is the sprint. Mercy Akban, please stop. You are disturbing the class. So this is the sprint, is sprint 1 and it's 2-week sprint, and it's starting tonight, and the goal is to set up and configure the D365 Business Central for nearras.com, and that's it. That is our sprint goal, and it's for 2 weeks, and we are starting. So that's it. The sprint, that is it. We are now in sprint 1, and what we've got here is this. So the first thing, this sprint have started, and I have to start work immediately. So starting work immediately is to, what do I do? The first thing, okay. We missed something here, and nobody remembered to remind me when we're moving this. We didn't, this our tags we created, we didn't move the tags. So let me quickly add it up. Quickly add the tags up, because we can't do anything without procurement. That's it here. Is at the bottom of this, and is the number 1. Yeah. Yes, I know. Yes, let it, because we need this. Yeah. So we'll go back to our sprint board, and we'll have it here. So that is it. So that's the first thing to do. We need to get the licensing. So, and this sprint I've started, and I need to go and get a license. So we won't be able to do this night because of time. So, but you have started. I will update us when I procure a license. for Dynamics 365. So we are going to Microsoft. They used to have 2 weeks free subscription. You use it, and once you are happy after 2 weeks, then you can commit and make payments. So we're going to get that free license, but we can't do it now because of time. So that is it. So if you have any question, you can extend your question now. So we So I have only a few minutes to take this question because of time. Yeah, but you can ask questions. Okay. Okay, Blessing.
Good evening, Mr. Charles. Good
Yeah.
evening, everyone. Okay, I have two things to say. The first is an observation. The videos that was uploaded on the course portal doesn't have the lesson notes. The lesson note is not attached to the videos. Okay, the second question is I watched the video on the Scrum. So you mentioned that if a particular sprint or Scrum team has been completing a task, let's say for each of let's say in a sprint, they are always completing a task of let's say 10 story points over time, that it is not wise to give them extra points of story, extra points in their story points. Is it possible? Is it always like that? Is it not possible to add, maybe if they are handling a new project, is it not possible to add extra story points for them if need be?
You don't add points for them. They decide on what to work. You don't have power to, according to Scrum Guide. I'm not quoting. I'm quoting Scrum Guide.
Okay.
So you don't assign them work. They decide what to do. That's why they are self-organizing team.
Okay.
You can't say you must do 200 story points. You don't have the right to do that. If you are doing that, there is no longer Scrum. You are doing another thing.
All right, thank you, sir.
If
Then
you
about the lesson notes.
You will be added.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. Innocent.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Charles. I just needed a kind of clarity. What actually is the difference between a task and a user story, bug? I understand user story, I understand bug, but that task, how does it differ from others?
Taxes are other things you need to do to get the job done. Like in this case, we need to get a license. You need to buy a license. It's part of the work. And if you don't buy the license, the work cannot be done. Then another task can be if we need to do some work even in this this particular environment. For instance, we need to create more items here or things. So the difference between them, that tax is a job that needs to be done. Any other work that can be done within this while doing the configuration or doing the implementation, you capture it as a task, is a work. But user story is a code, is a feature you are planning to implement. You are either building, that is what you are building. You are building it that is going to be functional. People can, after this thing, people will start using that particular feature you are building. For instance, you're looking at this, if you see this create, you can see here, create is a feature. So anytime, any day, as long as this particular application, you can use this feature. But while they are trying to build this, this is called a user story until even now is a user story. But when they are trying to build this particular Jira, some of the tasks they can be added here is to subscribe for Jira. Subscribing for Jira where they are going to build can be a task. Subscribing for Dynamics 365 where we need to do the configuration is a task because we have to go to them, we need to talk to them, we want to buy this. Time is wasting and it's part of the work we are doing. So you need to capture everything we are doing within this project or this sprints. So that's why, and after configuration, some things might go wrong, not the way expected. You find out something is not functioning, it needs to be fixed. Fixing error is a work, but at this point is a bug. It's something, bug means that it's something we've done that didn't work, so we need to, defect. So we need to fix a defect. So these are the difference, and they are all the work that need to be done within the environment. So you need to capture everything that needs to be done within the environment so that it will be quantified as the amount of work being carried out. Is that clear?
Thank you very much, sir. It's clear now.
Yeah, Mr. Ike Eze.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Charles. My question is, as a BA that doesn't have a finance background, and your job is to do ERP for finance model. Some of these user stories and acceptance criteria, how is the BA supposed to know all those things when you don't have a finance background?
Because Dynamics 365 is a software and it has you've got a user guide. You go and read the user guide. Don't you know that Dynamics 365 is a software? ERP, Business Central. If you type internet, it will take you to their directory where you can learn about it. If you go to Microsoft Learn, there's a lot of documentation there for you to learn. As a BA, you have to read around the clock. You are a consultant. So, but if you don't, like a lot of people are jumping and a lot of people want it easily, you just will jump and start without, people do not want to read again. But as a consultant, don't you know that you have to read? Consultant, you read. You read around the clock. You read a lot. But the main thing is that the information, the resources you need is there. But that's why some companies, when they are hiring, if you don't have experience in Dynamics, they are not going to hire you, although you are a BA. And that's why I keep telling people, get yourself, become a subject matter expert in this so that it's going to help you. Because if you, as we are doing this, as we're implementing this Dynamics 365, some of you are not even reading, some of you are just waiting when I do a note or when I upload video. That is the only knowledge they have about Dynamics. No. The purpose is that you have to go and read and understand Dynamics very well. So you can talk to people about Dynamics 365 without even opening a book, and they will understand the way it works. So that is their work as a BA. As a business analyst, you know it all. That is why they are paying them ridiculous amount of money. Of course, BAs earn more than professors. So if BAs should be earning more than professors, shouldn't they be reading a lot?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. I will bring in updates as soon as I get the license. I will update us on what we are doing, and if there is need for, if there is chance or need for meeting, we'll have a meeting. And know that while the sprint is going on, there's what we call daily stand-up. So we should be having daily stand-up, though it might not be, but I can be updating in the platform about what is going on daily basis. And for some other people in your own environment, this is Lagos group environment that we are using. Like we have other people, you see what I've done here. I want you to replicate it. If you want to follow us, replicate it in your own group. And as we're updating, you can be updating as well. Everybody can be updating simultaneously, and till we get it implemented, and everybody will, the main thing is that we are learning how to implement this. At the end of the day, it's implemented, you see how it's implemented, and you are part of the implementation. So, but the license is free. Anybody can, I think, but I think the only thing now is that they do not accept if not work email, they don't accept. Before, if you haven't both at gmail.com or Yahoo, you can get the licensing for 2 weeks. But now it needs to be at your work, for instance, at Nearest or whichever. That is the way they do it now. So thank you for joining, and I have to leave now because I have other class. If we did not do the refinement, at least we would have seen the licensing, but we can't do it now so that I won't miss my class.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Mr.
night.
Charles.
Thank you,
Good night,
Mr.
sir.
Charles.
Yeah.